Welcome back to Tech Talks. So we're having fun today. We're talking about a lot of the calls and questions we get. And one of the questions we get quite often is the best way to remove a locator housing from an existing denture. Of course you can go in there, grind around it. You're probably going to ding the housing, damage the outside of the housing, and you're going to lose a ton of good acrylic. It's going to take you a lot of time too. So there's 3 easy ways I know to remove a locator housing that saves time, preserves as much good acrylic as possible, and allows you to reuse the housing. So obviously first we remove any colored insert from the housing, whether it be black, pink, blue, orange, green, yellow, purple, whatever it happens to be. First option, you take a soldering tip, you heat it up, you place it directly into the housing. It's going to transfer the heat from the solder tip to your titanium housing. It's going to soften up the acrylic surrounding the housing, and after 2 or 3 times putting the solder tip in there, the housing will pull right out of the softened acrylic. Now if you don't have a solder tip, I'm sure you have an Allen wrench. A 1364, which is a 5mm Allen wrench, you heat that up, same way, over a flame, 2-3 times in the housing. It's going to soften it, melt it, bring it out. Now, if all you have there is your handy 8393, your locator core tool, that piece that you take apart into 3 parts, this is where it gets fun. If you take a look at this picture here, you can see the flame, you can see the threaded portion, the middle portion of the core tool, that has been placed over the flame and then placed into the housing. You can use the center portion of the locator core tool as your heat transmitter, where you can take that threaded portion, put it into the housing over heat, and it'll melt the housing directly out of the acrylic. So again, 3 ways to easily remove a locator housing: solder tip, 1364 Allen wrench, and use the middle part of the locator core tool. Keep in mind these are going to get hot. You need to have an instrument holding them. I don't want to see burnt fingers out there. Thank you for joining us for Tech Talks. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for joining us for Tech Talks by PREAT, how to remove a locator housing. Interested in learning more about the products you've seen here today? Visit us on the web at www.preat.com. Have a question you'd like to submit? Email us at techtalks@preat.com. That's TECHTALKS@preat.com.